10 a.m. Saturday morning. Episode 3, Lockoffs with me, John O'Hersey. Saturdays are not for locking off, they're for locking on. So, drop what you're doing, get your bottle of 2017 Champagne Caze Thibaut Naturellement, 100% Pinot Meunier, pop down to Smelly Cheese Co. in the Adelaide Central Markets, grab a round of Delice de Saint-Cyr, and do what I'm doing. Set up a hay bar and get into it. Now, Champagne Caze Thibaut is based in Château-en-Saint-Marne. Château-en-Saint-Marne is in the department of Val-de-la-Marne. Now, Val-de-la-Marne is not as high a chalk and limestone content as, say, Côte de Blanc. It's west of both Epinay and Rennes, and it has the highest portion of Pinot Meunier out of the esteemed departments. Now, reason being is because the soil is a little more fertile and it's a little bit cooler. It doesn't necessarily have the best exposure. But this suits the Pinot Meunier perfectly. So there are 7 grape varieties in Champagne, but 3 predominant ones: Chardonnay, Pinot Noir and Pinot Meunier. Pinot Meunier is a red grape, a bit like Pinot Noir, but it's a little bit more rustic in style. Now, if it's more rustic, the reason they use this grape variety is because it's more disease resistant. It ripens earlier, which is particularly important in such a marginal climate like Champagne. So you're hedging your bets. You've got a safer grape variety to grow, but it also is very interesting and moorish and delicious. While it doesn't necessarily have the refinement of the other 2 noble varieties, it is still delicious. Now, Fabien Caze from Caze Thibaut likes to produce wines in a very natural style. No sulphur. Now, he wouldn't like me using the word natural. He says terroir driven. He doesn't like to interfere. But the fact is, they are natural, but they're very clean, very delicious, and very moorish. First thing you notice is the bigger, richer, deeper, richer colour. Pinot Meunier does tend to leave a little bit more colour, but also the minimal sulphur and natural sort of approach to winemaking lets for a little bit more oxygen. It's made in half barrel, which is relatively rare for Champagne, and half tank. And with the barrel, the oxygen just seeps through the tight grains and just builds richness. Now, of course, you can go too far, but this absolutely is not. It's absolutely moorish. Now, on the nose, what we'll notice is instead of that classic lemon, citrus, lime profile that we get in a traditional Champagne, we get much more baked quince, baked apple, spice, a little bit more richness, a little bit more cinnamon and cloves, but it's still in check and it's utterly delicious. On the palate, full and round, yet fine. It's got a little bit of minerality and a little bit of structure, but not piercingly so, saying that it is very long and builds in the mouth. It's a Champagne that a lot of people would call vinous, and when someone talks about a Champagne being vinous, it's more so that it's a wine before it's Champagne. So you could happily just swirl this and lose the bubbles, and let it open up and develop into something pretty bloody amazing. Now, Valerie has chosen Delice de Saint-Cyr, which I also have no experience with it. I am not a cheese expert at all, but let's have a go. Incredibly creamy, beautiful, pure. Wow, there's... God, that's good. Alright, I'm going to stop talking 1 second. It's harmonious on the nose. The cheese doesn't interrupt at all. And on the palate, my God, that's good. It just completely complements the Champagne and the cheese. It doesn't interfere. This is just a perfect supporting act for the Champagne, but just gives a perfect texture. That is really good. I think that's my favourite match so far. So if you are in Adelaide, go to Smelly Cheese Co. and get the Delice de Saint-Cyr and pair with your Caze Thibaut Naturellement. And if you're interstate, I dare say you'll be able to find it. Oh, and they do ship, I believe. Righto, I'm going to go lock on. I'm going to spend the day cooking dumplings and drinking as much white burgundy as I can, and I suggest that everyone does the same. Cheers and goodbye.